Hello and welcome back to another final table commentary. If at any point in time you find yourself not caring for the commentary, there'll be a link in the description down below to the video and BCP Poker Replay's YouTube account, so you can go check out the action in some silence. With that being said, today we got an event from WCOOP 2022, a 10k Super Tuesday, a super stacked final table, and we're not quite in the money just yet. European throws out the good luck all. We'll see who's going to be friendly here today. We got Kelvin, Urasov flopping top pair, top kicker. Hello Toddy with a little straight draw. Boopity boo. Looking for a 3. 4 hearts on the turn. We also got Anjay. We got Nino on a short stack. We got CPU Ruler, Lena, and Naza with the big stack. 9 of spades on the river. Hello Toddy is not going to win this pot here. We'll see if they check in a bluff. They love to fight, but not today. Not on this river. Boopity boo. Urasov with that top pair, top kicker. We'll just check it back. Scoop the 9 blinds in the middle. Off to a fair start for them. So again, we're looking for 2 bodies to bust. Then we'll be in the money. We'll see who cares about the old ICM. Boopity boo. Nino with a king and a 9. We'll see if they just rip it in, and they are going to just stick it in. Being the short stack. 4-4 will call the big blind. Any king or 9 dealer? A 6 will also do, but Nino sees a queen on the river and they're Gonzo Alonzo. Boppity boo. Kelvin in the tank with an 8 and a 10 will surely let this go. We see CPU Ruler with a couple of jacks. Naza might think about the raise with the jack and the 6 of the same suit. Urasov in the big blind with an ace and a queen. We'll see where what CPU Ruler does here. Doobity doo 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 doo. They're going to play call. Urasov in the big blind. Closing the action. They're going to rip it all in. And then what the fuck do we do with jacks? They're going to play call. Any ace or queen dealer? Ace on the turn. That will do. No jack for CPU Ruler. They're down to 8 blinds. Again, what do we do there with jack? Boopity boo. CPU Ruler says, let's just stick it in. Let's go for the big stack. Let's look at 200k for first place. That's what we're here for. We're here for the WCOOP title. And CPU Ruler has a couple of the 10s. Surely they'll dunk this in. 5-6 suited for Naza goes for the early position raise. Only about 5.5 blinds to call. Naza might be priced in here. They say, no, I'm not. Surely I'm way behind here. I've got 6 high. Hello Toddy with a jack and a 9 offsuit. That's fun to see. I'll raise it on up. And Jay with ace 10 will call from the cutoff. Jack 4-2 flop. Good news for Toddy. They check it on over. And Jay with some backdoor straight draws an over card. And we get an ace on the turn. Poppity boop. Hello Toddy will check. And Jay checks once again. 3 of clubs on the river. Surely Anjay puts in a little bet ski here. 1.3 blinds. Is it 1.3 blind? Or is it 1.3 blinds? Someone let me know. Hello Toddy finds the fold. Surely it's blinds, right? I don't know. Second guessing myself though. 10-8 for European is going to stick it all in. Naza will fold the 7 and the 4. European up to 9 blinds now. Anjay with a king and a queen of the same suit. It is diamonds. They'll open it on up. A very pretty suit. 8-8 for Kelvin. Will call. 9-7-3 flop goes check. Let's see what Kelvin does here with this pair of 8s. They might go for a little protection bet here. Don't necessarily want to see a free turn card. They will bet about half pot and the bet will get through. 6-10 for Naza. Looking at a couple of shorties. He's just going to pass on the spot. Lena with queen 5 suited will rip it all in. And get it on through pre-flop. 17 blinds once again for Lena. 10-9 for Kelvin. Of the same suit. Hearts. Super pretty hand. They're just going to find the fold. CPU Ruler with an ace in the small blind will rip it all in. And get it through. Aces for Naza. That's kind of cool. Doesn't look like there's any playable hand behind, but aces are cool to see every once in a while. Oh, aces for Nazo. That's kind of cool to see. He's a fucking robot. Doesn't look like there's any playable hands behind, so Nazo will just get this through pre-flop. 3-3 for CPU Ruler. We'll see if they stick it in. Nope. Hello Toddy with a couple of ducks will open it on up. Ace and a jack in the big blind for Calvin will surely come along to the flop. Don't think we're going to bloat the pot here with a 3-bet, but we'll see. Nope, we're just going to play call. 10-7-3 flop goes check. I'd like to see a little betski from Hello Toddy. Protect your hand. They go for a big betski. 4 big blinds into 5.6, and Kelvin with a couple of overcards. Backdoor straight draws will find the fold. Boppity boo, boopity boo. King and an 8 for Yurosov. They're gonna raise 3 blinds and take it down pre-flop. Very interesting chicken looking face for Yurosov. I can't quite tell what's going on there. It's got one eyeball. Oh, there's its beak is open. Alright, and what else is going on there? It's got the red flippity floppity hairdo. Pretty cool looking chicken. Yurosov with a couple of queens will raise and take it down pre-flop. What do we got going on this hand? European with 9-8 suited. We'll see if he sticks in his 6 bigs. Might just find a better spot. He says, nah, let's stick it in. 8-10 suited for Lena will fold. Boopity boo, do 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 do. Yurosov with a queen and a 10 will raise it on up. Nazo with a couple of 8s will come along to the flop in some manner. They play call. Ace 3-3 flop goes. I don't know. We're gonna see real shortly. Yurosov does put in a little bet here. 2.1 blinds into 6.5, so a third pot. Nazo will call 4 clubs on the turn. Good news for Yurosov. I don't know if he's going to continue to fire. He says, yes, sir. 6.7 blinds, and Naza folds the 8s. Nicely done by Yurosov. Not afraid of that big stack at all. See, that's what I think is just so damn cool about these final tables in the high rollers. It's like these guys don't give a shit about making the money. They want to win chips. They want to win the frickin' tournament. That's all they care about. Ace and a queen for CPU Ruler. We're going to rip it all in. King 9 for Naza of the same suit. Boppity boo. Has 40% we see, but I don't know if he's going to call. Last time, we could have found a call for a very good price with 6 high. We said, no, we're not going to call. No reason to double up CPU Ruler. Doopity doo. A couple of 3s for Toddy. And Jay with those aces. Very cool to see. Let's go for a 3-bet-ski. 6 blinds to go. Another fair price. We'll see what Hello Toddy does. Uh-oh, he's going to rip. 4-bet. All. Oh, okay, he does find the fold. Good shit. Went super deep in the tank. I thought the 4-bet all-in was coming. But no, it did not. King 4 for Yurosov. They are going to go for the big open here. Kelvin won't get the chance to put any pressure on European, and European will fold the jack and the 3 of the same suit. Doopity-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Ace and a queen for CPU Ruler. This is really weird. Do we go for a little open? Do we jam? Do we stick in half our stack? I've got no idea. CPU Ruler says 7 blinds. It's not quite sticking in half their stack, but kind of effectively doing it. Doopity-doo, just giving themselves a chance to fold in case European and somebody else goes all in as well. Do we still fold ace queen if only 2 people are all in? Maybe. Who knows? Ace 7 versus ace 7. Naza's suited and booted. The jam will get through. Doopity-doo, do-do-do-do. 4 and a 5 for Naza. We'll see if they open it on up. Nope, they're just gonna let the 2 short stacks go to war. Jack 10 for Lena will rip and get it on through. Another player who doesn't give a shit about making the money. Just wants to get back in the game. 12 blinds for Lena. Yurosov with an ace and a 10 will raise and take it down pre. Boppity boop, bop boppity bee. Ace and a queen for Yurosov will raise and take it down pre-flop. Ooh, aces. Calvin with aces. Hello Toddy with a jack and a king. We'll see if they play this. Might just hit the muck. We're going to find out rather swiftly. Hello Toddy goes in the tank. Ooh, a 3-bet's coming in. Hello Toddy's just tempted to press the button. Ooh, they find the fold. Nicely done. No action for Kelvin. Aces for Lena. Ooh, do. Threes for European. He might stick this in with 4 blinds. Hopefully he lets us go. Oh no, he's all in. He has 1 blind behind, just in case there's a couple of all-ins. Lena will click raise to 5 bigs, just in case there's a couple of all-ins. No, just kidding. But that's kind of what it looks like. He's got aces. He's never folding, of course. Any threes, dealer? Any threes? Heart on the river. That will give Lena the flush. Boppity boo, boppity bee. We're in the money. Anjay with a queen and a 10. Calvin with a couple of aces. Seen aces quite a few times now. It's getting a little boring, Poker Stars. Oh, and I like this. Calvin goes for the call here. Anjay with the wide open with the queen and the 10 offsuit. Hello Toddy with a queen and a king is going to go for a 3-bet. You just know what's coming. Calvin slow played the aces. How do we proceed here? Hopefully they don't 4-bet. Let's just go to the flop. Boppity bop, bop, boppity boo. Oh, he's going to 4-bet. What size do we go? All in? Ah, bad news. That's not going to work. That'll be a quick fold by Toddy, and we're moving along. Queen 9 for Kelvin. We'll see if he just folds. Likely. And he does. Boppity bee, bop, boppity boo. King 10 for Nazo. We'll raise it on up. Yurosov with the jack and a 9 in the big blind. Will defend. Nice. We love to see flops. Ace 10-4 goes check. Maybe check. No, Nazo puts in a very tiny bet here. 1.1 blinds on such a dry board. There's still some backdoor straight draws as we see Yurosov. 3 in a row. We'll just let it go. Queen Jack for CPU ruler. It is suited. Might stick it all in. Yurosov with the ace and the jack will probably find the call. Boppity boo. He actually raises all in. That's interesting. Queen on the turn. That's good news for CPU ruler. They're going to get the full double here. No ace or 10 on the river for Yurosov. CPU ruler survives. We'll see how far they can survive. It's always interesting to see after getting lucky how far that lets you go afterwards. Just how lucky can you get? CPU rulers putting that to the test. Ace and a 5 for Yurosov. Kelvin with an ace and a 9. Toddy in the big blind with a jack and a 10. We see a 3-bet. Toddy will have an easy fold. Then Yurosov could 4-bet all in. That would be fun. Toddy could 4-bet all in. Holy shit. Hello Toddy finds the 4-bet all in. Doopity doo. Kelvin will surely let this go now. What a play by Hello Toddy. I should have seen it coming. Ace and a 9 for Toddy this time. 5-5 for Kelvin. They'll raise it on up. Face a 3-bet from Hello Toddy's ace 9. Boopity boo, boop 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 boo. Kelvin could 4-bet all in here. Surely he knows Hello Toddy's doing this a little bit too much. Do 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 do. Kelvin finds the fold. Hello Toddy's putting on a show. 46 blinds for Toddy. Ace queen for Yurosov. Queen queen for Anjay. Boppity boo. Doopity doo 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 doo. Anjay 3-bets. Super small. Yurosov will likely continue here with a call. Doopity doo. King 9-9 flop goes check. Then what do we do? Queen queen. No diamond. We go for a little betski here. Super small. 2.4 blinds. Into 13.6. Yurosov with a nut flush draw will play call. King on the turn. Interesting board, interesting hand. What do we do with queen, queen? Do we go for another small bet? No, we're just going to go to the river. 6 of clubs. Surely we like to see the king on the turn with our queens. Surely we don't care for the 9-9 flop. Yurosov shouldn't have too much of that. No diamond on the river is great news. Do we go for a little bet, try to get called by jacks and 10s? Andrzej says big bet, 11 blinds. Does ace high hero call here now? What do we do, Yurosov? Our flush draw missed. We don't want to get bullied by Andrzej here. This is a big bet. Look at the board, it's double paired. We got ace high. Obviously we lose to queens, jacks, 10s, any king. Shouldn't have a 9 here. Happy Boo, Yurosov finds the fold. Very interesting hand. Doopity doo 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 doo. King 5 for Naza. They're gonna just jam it all in. CPU ruler not getting a chance to play. 10-4 offsuit. Ace and a 7 for Toddy. They're gonna let that one go. Yeah, looks like Yurosov gets a walk with a jack and a 7. King 7 for Kelvin under the gun. It's suited. He's gonna fold. CPU ruler with the ace and a 5 of the same suit. Facing the raise from Naza's jack 9 off. Let's see a raise all in. There we go. We love to see it. And the jam will get through. Ace king for Lena. Lena's got the ace and the king. CPU ruler with a king and a 9 of the same suit will let it go. Kelvin with a 7 and a 3 in the big blind. We'll also find the fold. 8-6 off for Andrzej on the button. We'll just fold. Hello Toddy gets a walk there with a shit hand. Yurosov with a king and a queen of the same suit. Lena in the big blind with an ace and a king. Toddy with an 8-10 suited. We could 3-bet here. We find the 3-bet. And now the weird question is, when Lena jams, do we call the 10 big blinds? We've got 40% we see. Doobity do. It's 10 into 37. Well, I'd like to see a call here. May as well run it now that we put this many chips in the middle. 8 or a 10 dealer? Nope, Lena will get the full double. 37 blinds. Hello Toddy down to 30. May as well call. It really sucks when they've got an overpair. But it's I don't know what's more likely. Probably the overpairs. 6, 12, 18, 24? 24 combos of overpairs, ace king, 16. So overpairs are a little bit more likely. Doopity doo. Ace and 5 will rip and get it on through. King 10 for Kelvin. We'll raise it on up surely. Come on, Kelvin. Nah, he's just gonna pass on the spot. Queen Jack for Lena will take their opportunity. Raise 2 blinds and likely get it through, although Yurosov has a king in the big. King 5 off, we'll just let it go. Ooh, I see a couple of kings for Hello Toddy. Ace 9 for Kelvin. We'll fold. They always pump fake me with that tank. Andrzej in the big blind with a 3 and a 3. CPU ruler with a jack and a 10 of the same suit. We could see a jam. We could see a call. CPU ruler lands on the fold option. Ace king jack flop. CPU ruler went out of the royal flush draw. Instead we just see a very tiny bet and a quick fold from Andrzej's 3s. King 10 for Andrzej will raise 3 blinds. Kelvin with a 10 and a 3 in the big will surely just fold. They are in position. The 10 and the 3 is suited. They're still gonna fold. King Jack for Yurosov will raise it on up. Hello Toddy in the big blind with an ace and a 4. Ace Queen 9 flop. Interesting stuff. Yurosov. This flush draw, straight draw to the 10. Hello Toddy with the toppest of pairs. Deuce of spades on the turn. Good news for Toddy. Yaroslav still might blast off. Oop, nope, he's just going to check and look to realize his equity. Had he blasted off, I think this ace-4 would have folded. Instead, Hello Toddy might feel comfortable enough for a little value bet. They go for a big value bet, 5.5 blinds. Would be cool to see a raise on the river here from Yaroslav. They do just land on the fold, and Hello Toddy will scoop a little pot. 40 bigs for Hello Toddy and puts him in second place again. So I suppose it's a pretty big one. King deuce for Hello Toddy will just fold the small blind, walking out Lena with the 6 and the 4. Didn't want to get in trouble there, I suppose. 6-6 for Andrzej. We'll raise and take it down pre. Boppity boo, boppity bee. Jack for Kelvin. We'll raise it on up. No folding here. Queen and a 4, the same suit in the big blind for CPU ruler. We'll just let this go. Oh, I see an ace and a king for Naza, CPU ruler in the small blind with a couple of king, or a couple of kings I should say. Wow, he sure goofed on this hand. So Naza goes for the raise, CPU ruler dunks it all in, Naza quickly calls. Any aces or some backdoor clubs, but that doesn't happen. CPU ruler takes a nice big pot off the big stack. 40 blinds for CPU ruler, and we saw earlier them dunk it in with, what was it, queen something suited. They smacked a pair of queens. Was it queen jack? Yaroslav calls it the ace jack. Is that what it was? CPU ruler smacks a queen, stays alive. Here they are, opening king 8. Yaroslav dunks in the ace and the jack. Kelvin with a couple of aces. Bad news for Yaroslav. He's going to be Gonzo Alonso unless a couple of jacks come. One does. He had one out going to the river. It does not come. King of diamonds. It's not what we were looking for. Boppity boo. Boppity boo. We lose Yaroslav. They did make the money, so that's pretty cool for them. It's not too bad. They obviously wanted a better result. But you know what? What can you do? I mean, they played a good game, right? What can you do? Got your money in good, and earlier you got your money in good. Kelvin wakes up with aces this time. You're Gonzo Alonso. Jack 10 for CPU ruler. We'll raise it on up. Kelvin with a couple of 4s will call from the button. King 9 2 flop. Interesting stuff. CPU ruler with a straight draw to the queen. Backdoor flush draw. Couple of overcards to the 4s. We'll start things off with a check. Kelvin will put in a little bet. Boppity boo, boppity bee, bop boppity beep 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 boop boop. Well, I'm glad CPU ruler's got some chips. He's throwing them around, teaching us a thing or two. Turn this straight draw, backdoor flush draw, a couple overcards to the 4s into a check raise, and the 4s will hit the mark. It's like CPU ruler knew what Kelvin had. And like Kelvin's been playing pretty tight, so it's very interesting when we see a king high board. We don't have a pair, we just got a little straight draw, backdoor flush draw action going on. We go for the check raise. Kelvin's playing tight. We got a couple of queens this time. Lena with a queen and a 9 putting in a 3-bet. Bad timing. Boopity boo, bop boppity boo. Like, I don't understand why people are trying to put pressure on Kelvin right now. Not a weak player, playing reasonable, very tight. Tight is right. Look at him, he's up to like 60 bigs. He's in first place. Just waited around patiently, and a few players tried to play back at him. Ditch the 4s. Wake up with the queens. Lena's 3-bet. He goes for a 4-bet. The 4-bet gets through, of course, but Lena just handed over Kelvin a few of his chips there, as we see Hello Toddy with a couple of 10s, Lena with a couple of 8s, all in. Naza folded an 8, so Lena's got one out. Going to the river, we see an ace. Hello Toddy knocks out Lena. So the only interesting play was the queen 9 raise against Kelvin. Do. Just look to put some pressure on a player who's opening tightly and it didn't work out. Other than that, we lose a strong player and Kelvin's got a straight draw to the 4. Top pair with a fair kicker for NASA. Do. No backdoor flush draw for Kelvin. He might just ditch this on the flop. Would like to see a check raise, but it's not going to happen this time. Ace on the turn. $8.5 blinds in the middle. NASA bets 5.5, and Kelvin will find the fold. 7 and a 10 for CPU ruler. Just gonna lay it down pre. Ace, or that's not an ace. That's a 4 and a 3 for Anjay. They're gonna raise and make 2 pairs. Hello Toddy with a queen and a 10. Do. 8-4-3 flop goes, check bet, weird spot. Backdoor straight draw, cup of overcards for Hello Toddy, will just find the fold. King and a queen for Anjay will raise and take it down. King 8 for Calvin will raise, surely. Come on, there we go. We got the chips now, let's play some pots. We're playing about 45 blinds deep every hand, that's pretty cool. King queen suited for NASA, could go for the 3-bet, could go for the call. Never folding here. Plays call. 10-8-2 flop goes check. Might go for a small bet, protect our equity. We do have second pair, middle pair, we could go for a little check. Kelvin says we're gonna go for the check option, 6 on the turn. Do. 2 flush draws out there. We might put in a little bet ski now. 5 blinds, that's a big bet ski, and the bet will get through. Blinds go up. Kelvin has a jack and a 9. He's going to think about it, but find the fold. CPU ruler with a couple of 3s. We'll limp it on in. Anjay in the big blind with a 6 and a 2. Could raise it on up here, but he goes for the check option. King 10-3 flop goes bet fold, and we're moving along. Again, Anjay could raise here. It'd be super cool, but we're just not going to see it this time. 3-3 for NASA. They'll raise it on up. Kelvin in the big blind with a 9 and a 6. Do. I suppose Anjay probably wants some sort of flush draw equity there. Some sort of backdoor flush draw. I don't think we want to go too wild with a 6 and a 2. Just because we have a backdoor straight draw. Do. NASA with a couple of 3s. Sees an ace king 10 flop. We'll go for a little bet ski. I think Kelvin had 9 high. Pretty easy fold. We're moving along. 3-3 for Anjay. Kelvin with a king and a jack. Hello Toddy in the big blind with a couple of 6s. Looks like a 3-way flop, except Hello Toddy says, yeah, I'm gonna rip it all in. Fuck that 3-way flop option. Hello Toddy takes it down. 55 blinds, first place position still. Do. They got 6 and a 10 here, the same suit. We'll go for the big raise, 3.5 blinds. We love to see this. NASA with a very playable ace 9 of spades. How do we go about this? Don't raise. I want to see a flop. Very nice. Jack 7-6. Hello Toddy with that bottom pair. Backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. NASA with a straight, no, backdoor straight draw. Backdoor flush draw. Boppity boo, boppity bee. We see an 8 on the turn. Oh, turn goes check check ace on the river. This will be NASA's pot. Hello Toddy might go for a little bet. They say no, I'm just gonna check down my pair of 6s. I don't think we're paying off a bet here. Got 5th pair. See a big bet. Hello Toddy's going in the tank. Uh-oh. Do we go for the raise? Raise is surely better than calling, right? NASA Or sorry, Hello Toddy finds the fold, Nasa scoops the pot. Doobity doo to do to do. Ace and a 2 for Anjay. Oh, they're gonna raise under the gun. CP ruler in the big blind with a 9 and a 10. We're going to a flop here. Jack 10 2 goes check. What do we do, Anjay? We got a pair of 2s. Goes for a little bet ski here, 1.7 blinds. CP ruler going nowhere with a pair of 10s. We're off to the turn, 8 of clubs. Turn goes check check, 6 of diamonds on the river, so the flush complete. Boppity boo doo 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 doo. River goes check check. CP ruler takes a nice little pot there. 42 blinds for him. Anjay down to 29. With 1 in the middle, a 6 and a 2, they're quickly gonna fold. Do 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 do. Calvin with a king and a 9. Anjay with a jack and a 6. Action goes limp, check, king 9, 5, flop. Oh, Anjay puts on a little bet ski here. It's certainly not going to work, but we love to see it. No backdoor, couple backdoor straight draws. No backdoor flush draw. Calvin with 2 pairs goes for the raise and takes it down. Ace 2 suited for Nasa. Anjay with a king and a queen of the same suit. Calvin with a couple of ducks. Hello Toddy with a queen and a 2 will probably let it go. Ace 7 3 flop. Top pair for Nasa. Pretty well has the board locked up. Anjay has a backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw, backdoor 2 pair draw, backdoor 3 of a kind draw. Lots going on for Anjay, but they're just going to fold on the flop. Calvin with a couple of ducks again. Shirley just finds the fold, backdoor straight draw. Boppity boop bop boppity bee. Nasa takes it down. King 6 for CP. Ruler is going to raise it on up. Nasa with an ace and a deuce in the big blind. Just folds and we're moving along. Ace 5 for Toddy. They're going to raise. CP ruler will fold the queen and the 3. Ace queen for Calvin. That's a strong holding. Anjay in the big blind with an 8 and a 6 of the same suit. Diamonds are super pretty. We want to see a flop here. 9 5 3 goes check. Do we give him a free card? Probably not. Calvin goes for a very small bet, 1.6 blinds. Anjay will go to the turn in some manner. Plays call, jack of clubs on the turn. Not what Anjay is looking for. Obviously wanted a 7. A diamond would have been nice. Jack of clubs is just not what we're looking for. 3 of diamonds on the river. That is a cool card for Anjay to bluff. Who knows if it'll work. Flush draw misses. Straight draws miss. There's a bunch of those. Anjay won't even put in a bluff. Boppity boo. Calvin will win 8.5 blinds. CPU ruler with a queen and an 8. We'll raise it on up. 9 8 for Calvin in the big blind. They're gonna call. Ace 8 5 flop. Goes check. Interesting spot for CP ruler. We both got a pair of 8s here. We see a very small bet, 1.6 blinds into 5.1. Get a call from Calvin. 5 on the turn. Doopity doo 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 doo. Calvin thinking about a little lead here, but he will land on a check. Turn goes check check, 10 on the river. Likely going check check. And CP ruler will chop it up with Calvin. Are you serious, Poker Stars? I guess the 2 pair I didn't even realize until the very last second. Doopity doo 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 doo. 3 and a 3 for Nasa. Do do do. We'll raise it on up. Hello Toddy with an ace and a jack and a flop jack 7 4. Oh fuck, this song sucked. Anyways, we're moving along real quickly. 3-3 will go for a little bet. 1.6 blinds into 5.1. Hello Toddy quickly calls with the top pair top kicker. Queen on the turn. Would be interesting to see another bet here from NASA. Turning your threes into a big bluff. 6.5 blinds. Hello Toddy can't fold. I'm not a big fan of the queen on the turn though. 9 on the river. Hopefully NASA just checks. We just want to see Hello Toddy scoop the 21 blinds in the middle. A big raise might get the job done. NASA does just check. Hello Toddy's up to 62 blinds. We're going to see one hell of a battle here. Toddy with a big stack. CPU ruler with a big stack. Calvin with a big stack. NASA with a fairly big stack. 40 blinds still. NJ's just hanging in there with 20 bigs. Boppity boo. NASA with a couple of queens. Calvin with a king and a queen goes for the open. Doopity doo 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 doo. NASA will go for the 3 bet to 7 blinds. Calvin goes deep in the tank. Let's see a call. Probably not going to happen. But let's see it. Go for a 4 bet. Oh, he just folds. Of course. King 7 for Calvin. Probably just going to fold. NASA with a couple of 10s will go for the open. And Jay in the big blind with a 9 and a 3 will quickly let it go. Oh, we got a couple of queens for Calvin and a couple of jacks for Anjay. A king and a jack for Hello Toddy. So obviously bad news for Anjay, who's all in. Calvin will call. Hello Toddy will fold. Anjay has one out. Or, no, he's got both of his suits dominated. Just horrific news for him. Surely Calvin does something here. Surely we stick it in or call. Calvin goes for the all-in option. Only one out for Anjay. Oh my lord, Poker Stars. Why would you do that? Alright. Anjay's alive. Calvin says, what the fuck, man? He doesn't even know that Hello Toddy folded a jack. A 2-outer. Even though it was a 1-outer. But from Calvin's perspective, he says, what's going on, man? I just wanted the big stack. Just wanted to fight it on out for 200k. Gets it in great. Man. Life sucks right now for Calvin. I suppose this was a couple of years ago, so he's probably not licking his wounds. Doopity doo 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 doo. Queen and a 3 for Hello Toddy with a couple of queens. We'll go for a little bet ski. NASA with a couple of 10s will call. Doppity dop dop doppity doo. We see a 3 big blind bet on the river. 8-9 made a straight, but other than that, it looks like a lot of brick. Or it looks like a brick, sorry. King 10 with the straight blocker. Interesting spot. I'd like to see a raise here from NASA. Steal the pot. He says, I'm just going to call. And see the bad news. Do 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 do. King and a 5 for NASA. 10-9 for CPU ruler. Limp pot. Queen 9-7 flop. Not much doing here for NASA. Still gonna put in a little bet ski. 1 blind into 2.6. Quick call from CPU ruler with the pair of 9s. Six on the turn goes. Check. Doopity doo 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 doo. Both players with a straight draw to the 8. We see CPU ruler bet and NASA quickly fold, so no more action. 6 and a 2 for CPU ruler. We'll see if they play it or just give Anjay the blinds and antes, and that's what they land on. 5-4 for Hello Toddy will raise. Calvin in the big blind with a jack and a 9. Boppity boo bop boppity bee bop boppity bop bop boo. King 3 flop. Interesting stuff. Hello Toddy's got 3 in a row. Backdoor flush draw. Would like to see a little bet ski here. Calvin with the backdoor straight draw. Not much doing with Jack 9 though. Do you see Hello Toddy putting the super small bet 1.2 blinds? Could you imagine if Calvin defends here? He does. He goes for the raise. Whoa. Hello Toddy calls 9 of spades on the turn. Whoa! Hello Toddy calls on the flop. Whoa! What's going on here, guys? What's going on? 2.5 blinds by Kelvin. Hello Toddy's certainly priced in for a call. Queen of diamonds on the river. Okay. So this is Kelvin's pot. 18 blinds in the middle. Kelvin checks. What do we do if we face any action here on the river? Jam, hello Toddy. You got 5 high. Do it. Do it. Come on. Do it. 13.5 blinds. Alright. I love to see it. Now I got no idea what to do with the jack and the 9. We're blocking the jack 10. We're blocking 9-9. We're blocking king 9. And Kelvin finds a fold. Hello Toddy scoops a nice pot. And that's why I wanted to see them pick up the chips. Because they know what they're doing and they fuck you up. Okay, the song sucked at the very end there, but I thought I was doing a pretty good job for the most part up until the end. Anyways, we're moving along. 5-5 for Kelvin. Anjay with a 5 and a 4. Boppity boo. Kelvin folds the 5s. Now's in the big blind with a 9 and a 6. What an interesting hand that was. Check raise on the flop. Hello Toddy calls with 5 high. Backdoor straight draw. Backdoor flush draw. Picks up the flush draw on the turn. A pair for Kelvin. Kelvin goes for a very small bet ski. Hello Toddy comes along. Queen on the river. Some straights get there, but the flush misses. Hello Toddy puts in a big bet, not all in, but the big bet, not all in, gets through. Ooh, very interesting. Whoa. Hello Toddy. Doopity doo. Pair of 3s for Naza. Jack 7 for CPU ruler. 7-5-3 flop goes. Check. Bet. Call. 4 on the turn goes check. Bet. What size did we go? I think we size up, right? 1 liner to a 6 out there. 2 spades, so we got the flush draw. CPU ruler bets half pot, and the bet will get through. Ace 10 for Hello Toddy. They're gonna raise it on up. Queen Jack for Anjay in the big blind will call. King 8-5 flop goes check. Bet. Fold, and we're moving along. That's a small bet, but it still works out. 7-10 versus 6-3, limp pot. Kelvin says let's go to the flop, right? With a raise, here it comes. Nope, goes for the check. Jack 7-4 flop goes check. Straight draw to the deuce. Nope, just a 5. Kelvin's looking for a 5. I don't know why I said the deuce. 8 on the turn. Now Kelvin's looking for a 5. Still a 5. Does a 9 work? Nope. Just the 5. My bad. What the hell is wrong with me? Might have to take a break or something. Why did I think he was looking for a deuce? If he had 6-5, he's looking for a 8 or a deuce on the flop. No, he's looking for a 3 or an 8 on the flop if he's got 6-5. Holy shit. Alright. Let's just try to move on. Ace on the river. Hopefully Kelvin puts in a Betsky here. He does 11.5 blinds, and Anjay's just got a pair of 7s. He's probably going to find the fold here. Although, he might be very curious. Very curious. Does think about it for half a second, but he is going to land on the fold option. Kelvin takes a nice pot off Anjay. Nicely done. Ace queen for CPU ruler will raise. Hello Toddy with an ace and a 4 will defend the big blind and flop a pair of 4s. Straight draw to the 10 for CPU ruler. They're going to go for a little Betsky. 1.2 blinds. Quick call from the pair of 4s. 9 on the turn. Boppity boo, boppity bee. CPU ruler puts in a big bet here. 6.4 blinds into 7.6. And Hello Toddy does find the fold on the turn. Ace 7 for Kelvin. Boopity doo 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 doo. They'll raise it on up. King 2 for NASA in the big blind. Probably will fold eventually. Or a 3-bet to 6 big blinds. We love to see it. Now what do we do with our ace and our 7? Do we just fold? What do we do? Calvin just lays it down. Nicely done by NASA. Blinds go up. NASA's hanging in there with 30 bigs. Boppity boo. You have an ace and a jack and a bad time to have it. Ace king for Hello Toddy. Hopefully NASA just calls pre-flop here. Let's go to the flop. Oh, with the 3-bet. Uh-oh. Doopity doo 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 doo. Hello Toddy with that ace and the king. We'll land on a 4-bet. Doopity doo 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 doo. NASA surely gets the opportunity to fold now. They go deep in the tank. They overthink it and jam it all in. Uh-oh. Jack on the flop, no problem. Any king or queen. Hello Toddy says, well played, LOL. Oh no, Hello Toddy, very salty. You can't blame him. NASA gets aces, that's cool to see. We haven't seen them in a little while. Boppity bee, bop boppity boo. Hello Toddy, down to 30 bigs. Very unfortunate happening. As much as as much fun as it is to see NASA with the big stack, Hello Toddy with the big stack is just a little bit more fun. They are going to get that raise through pre-flop. 10-10 for NASA. We'll raise and take it down pre. Boppity boo, bop boppity bee. Ace and a king for NASA gets a walk. That's a little bit of bad luck. 6 and a 7 for Anjay. We'll raise it on up. Ace king for CP ruler in the big blind. We'll see how things go for him. We're sticking a 3-bet to 6 blinds. Anjay in position. We'll just find the fold. Ace and a 2 for NASA. They'll raise it on up. Do 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 do. Ace 7 for CPU ruler. We'll raise it on up. Even bigger. 7 blinds. NASA will let go of the ace and the deuce. Jack 8 for Anjay. La buddy do 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 buddy do 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 buddy do. We'll raise 3 big blinds, and the Calvin's got a 3 and an 8. They'll eventually fold, and we're moving along. Do 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 bitty do do do. King 8 for NASA will raise. Ace 10 suited for Kelvin. They can jam it all in here, I think. Could be wrong. They go for a non-all-in 3-bet, 9 blinds, half their stack, and the raise will get through. NASA gets a walk with a 6 and a 5. Queen and a jack for Hello Toddy. King and an 8 for CPU ruler. Boop 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 boop. 3-bet here. We love to see it. And then what the hell do we do with Queen Jack? We're suited and booted. We want to go to the flop. Ooh, a 4-bet would also be cool. Dunk it all in. Dunk it all in. Dunk it all in. They play call ace 9 pre-flop. Interesting. Nobody with a pair. No backdoor flush draw for Hello Toddy. CPU ruler could go for a very small bet. 2.7 blinds. Hello Toddy with the backdoor straight draw. We'll just find the fold. Nice little steal by CPU ruler. Although to be fair, they had the best hand with king high. Just, you know, their hand looked less playable, and CPU ruler made the best of it. Aces for CPU ruler. Ah, no action for him though. 6-2 for Kelvin. Will eventually find the fold. Do 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 do. Ace and a 4 for the ace and a 4 for CPU ruler. They'll rip it all in for 20 blinds effective and get it on through. Ace and a 3 for Hello Toddy. Boppity bee, bop boppity boo. They jam it all in for 21 blinds, and the jam gets through. Ace and a king for Calvin. We'll go for the min raise. It looks like they'll just get it through pre-flop. Ace and a 7 for CP ruler. Naza with an ace and a 3 will raise it on up. They get it on through. Ace 3 for Naza. We'll raise and get it on through. Poppity boo, poppity bee. Couple of 5s for Naza. Raise it on up. CP ruler with an ace and a 6. Andre with a couple of 6s. Calvin with jacks. CP ruler lets go of the ace 6 suited. Andre rips in the 6s. Calvin will now jam in the jack jack. Naza can let go of the 5 surely. Doopity doo. Jack on the flop. Good news for Calvin. Pretty well has the board locked up. Just sweating. Backdoor quad draw. Doesn't come on in. Queen jack suited for Andre. They're all in with their last 0.1 big blinds. Calvin plays call with an 8 and a 9. Hello Toddy calls from the small with an 8 and a 9. Naza with a jack and a 3 in the big blind. Very interesting stuff. They go for the raise here. Calvin will fold. Hello Toddy will also fold. Pair of 3s for Naza. Poppity boo, and they'll steal the pot there. Very interesting raise pre-flop. 8-9 for Naza. Ace for CPU ruler. Someone let me know why they isolated there. Why do we ISO? There's no bounty. Huh. 8-8 for Kelvin. King 6 for Naza. They're gonna raise it on up. Calvin will call the big blind. 10-5-2 flop. Goes check. What do we do with our king and our 6 here? Go for a very small bet. 1.6 blinds into 5. Calvin will land on the call. Ace on the turn. Bad news for Calvin. It's a very good card for Naza to fire away. And they've got the king of diamonds here, blocking a lot of hands that you would call with. Boppity boo, boppity boo. Oh, we just go to the river. Queen of diamonds. We'll see how this one goes. Surely Naza puts in a bluff here. Calvin with a couple of 8s. Will be a very difficult hero call. Doopity doo. River goes check check, and Calvin scoops it with a couple of 8s. Surely Naza was gonna bluff there. He says, "No, I'm not, Brendan. Not gonna happen. Not here, not today." Ace 7 for Naza. Ace 9 for CPU ruler. The 3-bet gets through. Ace for CPU ruler. Naza with a couple of 9s. Hello Toddy with a king and a queen. All in from the king and the queen. Bad news for Toddy. That's a couple of aces. Naza with a couple of 9s. Uh-oh. Naza plays call. Then what do we do with aces? Do we rip it all in? Do we go non-all in? Do we 4-bet? Do we just call? Let's just rip it all in. Queen 5-2 flop. Any kings or queens? Nope. Hello Toddy's Gonzo Alonzo in 4th place. Very unfortunate happening. 10-9 for CP ruler. Calvin with an ace and a queen. Doopity doo. 4x raise. Very interesting. Very big fan of this. We'll see Calvin go for the big raise, 11.5 blinds, and that will take the pot down pre-flop, but still, we love to see CPU ruler do that. Jack 8 for Naza. Queen, nope. What the fuck? What the hell was I about to say? Naza with the queen and a jack. Calvin with 8 and a 10. What the hell is the action here? 3x raise. Naza calls. Queen 4-3 flop. What in the world is wrong with my eyeballs? I think I put the 8 in Naza's hand and the queen in Calvin's hand. Whoa. Someone tell me what's wrong with that. Like what condition causes that? Whoa. Naza. Check back the flop. Good news for them. Just a little straight draw to the jack for Calvin. queen on the river. 2 clubs for Kelvin, but he's missing the 5th. Or 3rd, depending on which way you want to look at it. He doesn't have a flush, obviously. NASA with a couple of queens. 3 of them, to be exact. We'll go for the big bet ski here. 7.7 blinds into 12. And Kelvin will land on the fold with the 10 high. King Jack for Kelvin will raise it on up. Ace 7 for CPU ruler. Let's go to the flop some which way. 8-2-2 goes check. Bet. Let's see a call here. Let's go to the turn, CPU ruler. Come on. A raise would be fun. I just don't see why we would. He goes for the fold. Very unfortunate we didn't go to the turn there. 8-9 for NASA. 8-5 for Kelvin. King 9-4 flop. Boopity boo goes check, bet, fold, and we're moving along. King 8 for CPU ruler is gonna raise it on up. 10-6 for NASA in the big blind. Ace 4-2 flop goes check. Bet small, fold, and we're moving along. Jack Jack for NASA. Ace Deuce for CPU ruler. We could see some fireworks here. Limp. Raise. No. Jack 6-3 flop. Boring. NASA with top set. We could check it on over. We got all the jacks. There's only 1 left in the deck. Probably not going to be in CPU ruler's hand. 3 of diamonds on the turn. Not the best for your... Oh wait, just kidding. He's got a boat. That's a boat. I forgot that's a boat. NASA bets a big blind. No outs for CPU ruler, but the ace high could be good here. Does have a little diamond draw. Plays call. 6 on the river. CPU ruler might be calling down here. We're 3-handed. Ace high could be the best hand. 2 big blinds is the bet. Doopity doo 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 doo. Doopity doo 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 doo. We might be calling down here. And we do. CPU ruler calls and sees the bad news. Jack 5 for CPU ruler. Kelvin with a queen and a 10. CPU ruler limps it on in. Doopity doo 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 doo. Limp raise, we love to see it. CPU ruler with a jack and a 5. Very playable. It's suited. Diamonds are super nutted. That they are. We're going to go for the, what is this? Limp. 2 bet, 3 bet. Boopity boo. 12.5 blinds. And Kelvin says Queen 10 is super playable. I did get myself in a pickle here with this raise, but he still will find the call. Queen Jack 4 flop. We both make pairs. That's pretty cool. Doopity doo. CPU ruler bets real small. 6.3 blinds. Doopity doo 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 doo. Kelvin's coming along to the turn. Surely. Could rip it all in here and buy the pot on the flop, and that's what he will do. Do 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 do. King 3 for Kelvin. 8 and a 3 for NASA. Doopity doo. We're playing 50 blinds deep. This is super cool. 3 ways. Jack 9 flop goes. I don't know. Check. Bet. Nope. Check. Queen on the turn. Kelvin will lead on out with the straight draw to the 10 and take it on down. 9-7 for NASA, ace 5 for CPU ruler. Boopity boo do 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 do. Got a limp and a raise and a take it down pre. Boppity bee ba boppity boo, a jack and a 10 NASA raises and CPU ruler with a couple of 6s. King Queen for Kelvin. 3 ways to a flop. Love to see it. Come on, let's go. Ace 9-3. Pair for CP Ruler is still best. Nazza with 3 in a row, a couple of backdoor straight draws. We'll see what he does here. Ace high board, let's go for a Betsky, he says. 1.6 blinds into 6.3. The 6s will probably hit the muck, and then King Queen with 3 in a row as well. Doopity doo. We'll just find the fold. Nice little steal by Nazza. 10 Jack for Kelvin. 5-8 suited for Nazza. Limp pot. Nazza checks it on back. Queen Jack 3 flop. Do. Flop goes check and a turn is a something. 5 of clubs. Nazza not very happy to make a pair here. We see a large bet, 2 blinds into 2.3. Probably has to pay off at least 1 bet. No, Nazza says I'm just not happy to make a pair of 5s. Finds the fold on the turn. Doesn't lose any big blinds. Nice play by Nazza. So he gets lucky with the ace and the jack. Hello Toddy. Very upset. Can't blame them. But Nazza's playing a great game otherwise. One hand, one hiccup. Was a big pot. Was a big hiccup. But you know what? You're allowed to hiccup every once in a while. CP Ruler with a jack and a 9, making a pair of 9s. Kelvin with the king and the king. We'll go for the big Betsky here. 5 blinds into 7.3. CP Ruler has 3 in a row. Backdoor straight draws. They just find the fold on the flop. Nicely done. Queen 6 for Kelvin. 3-3 for Nazza. Limp pot. Doopity doo. Nazza checks it back. Jack 8-5 flop. Kelvin bets a big blind. Would be interesting to see a turn here, but Nazza with a couple of 3s says it's going to be very difficult. 6 of clubs, like what do we do now? What do we do? Kelvin's made a pair. How do we know? What do we know? We know nothing. We got 3-3. We're in trouble here. Deuce of clubs on the river. Surely Nazza doesn't have to put in another bet here. We can just fold if there's any raises coming our way. 3.5 blinds. Spades miss. 10-9 misses. Queen 10 misses. 10-9 misses. Nazza will find the fold. Do buddy do. 10 and a 9 for Kelvin. Will raise and take it down pre-flop with that bet. Boppity boo. Ace and a 7. We'll raise CP Ruler with a couple of kings. We'll 3-bet here. What size do we go? 8 blinds? 7.5. 7.5 is the size. Ace and a 7 for Nazza. I want to see a flop, but I don't know if we're coming along. Nope. Nazza just lets it hit the muck. Jack 10 for CP Ruler will raise. King 3 for Nazza in the big blind. I suppose we could 3-bet or fold. Nazza says I'm just going to fold. Aces. That's cool to see. Couple of aces for Nazza. CP Ruler with a king and an 8. Limp pot. Jack 10-10 flop goes. Check. This is so cool. Nazza with those aces playing them sneakily. 4 on the turn. No help for CP Ruler. Doopity doo. Nazza puts in a big blind bet. CP Ruler might come along to the river here. Doesn't have any draw, but the king high could be good. Jack on the river. Bad news for CP Ruler. Nazza will check it on over. Oh, hey. Check. Yep. Check.
I thought you were done because you quiet for a while. I didn't hear you for a second.
Oh.
Maybe you weren't quiet for a while.
No.
Nice. Say remote.
Coming to join?
No.
Oh, tempting offer, but
Sorry, I just woke up from a nap. I can't imagine there's anything good coming from.
that's fine. You can just come and watch. Just kidding.
Need coffee.
Oh, did you?
Need too much coffee.
Well, hey, I would like coffee.
I need coffee, so.
Swell.
Good luck to Calvin.
Yeah, good luck to Kelvin. He's doing pretty well.
I like this frog.
60 big blinds.
Not too bad.
Fold, Kelvin, fold.
Oh!
Oh, he finds the call. Bad news for Calvin.
Finger slipped.
Yep. King 7 for CP ruler will raise. NASA with 3 and a 10. We'll call the big blind. Ace Jack 9 flop goes check. Bet, super small bet by CP ruler. Backdoor straight draws. Boopity boo. NASA with the backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. We could see a check raise. Love to see it. Stick it in, NASA. What size do we go? Like 5.2? 6.7. NASA says that will do. Boopity boo. King 4 for Kelvin will raise it on up. CP ruler with an ace and a 7. Boppity ba ba boppity bee. 9-4-2 flop goes check. Very interesting. Both players with flush draws. Very strong flush draws. Kelvin with a pair. Boppity boo bop boppity bee. Small bet ski on the flop by Kelvin. This pot could bloat on the flop, or we could just see it stay small. Queen of spades on the turn. Kelvin could just check back here, look to realize his equity. That's putting a big bet ski here, 5.8 blinds. I don't know if we can fold. Our A7, that is. Diamond on the river. Oh my lord, that's horrific. Kelvin's in horrific shape here. 20 blinds in the middle. He's going to go for a big bet. CP ruler's going to jam with the nuts. Kelvin will snap it off with the second nuts. The second best hand you can have. Oh no. Does he ever check back here? Nope, is the answer. 18 blinds. That's like a pot-sized bet. CP ruler says, thank God you bet. I checked it over in hopes you would bet so I can go all in. CP ruler will happily do that. And Kelvin can't fold here. It's not that he's a bad player, so he's just making a bad call. It's like, no, he's got the second fucking nuts. He's gonna go in the dank. Kelvin, no, like half a time bank later. Finds the call, sees the bad news. Now he has a jack and a 2. 4-4 for CP ruler. NASA with a couple of kings. What the hell happens here? NASA calls. CP ruler with the 4s. Don't you dare raise. Just limp it on in. There we go. 9-6-2 flop. Doopity doo. Kelvin looking for a jack or a 2. King on the turn. Locks up the board. Boppity bop bop boppity boo. Set of kings, check it on back. No, NASA puts in a very small bet. 10 on the river, obviously. NASA takes it down. So we're heads up playing 50 blinds deep. We lose Kelvin in third place. Nothing they could do there, making the second nuts. Ace and a king for NASA. Queen 2 for CP ruler. Not a 6. But they're still going to go for the 3-bet here. NASA licking their lips once again. What do we do? Do we just call? Do we go for a 4-bet? 4-bet incoming. 17.2 blinds, and CP ruler quickly folds. A couple of nice hands for NASA. Ace and a queen this time. CP ruler with a king and a 2. Free bet comes on in, and CP ruler quickly folds. Queen 4 for NASA, 6-2 for CP ruler. No action there. 4-2 versus 8-4. No action there. Ace and a 4 versus 6 and a 2, and a raise and a call. And an ace high board. Backdoor straight draw for NASA. No backdoor flush draw. Boppity boo. Ace high board. Go for a Betsky. Little Betsky. CP ruler says let's go to the turn somehow. With a call this time. 7 of diamonds. No help for NASA's 6 high. We'll see if he fires away. He does. 5.4 blinds. CP ruler's not folding. Doopity doo. It is interesting. We're only playing heads up for about 30k. 3 buy-ins. Super interesting. Surely that doesn't mean too much to these two players. They're truly just doing it for the WCOOP title. Jack on the river. NASA goes for a huge ass Betsky. 13.7 blinds. I don't think this works. Queen 10 makes a straight. Diamonds miss. And then there's the 6 high and whatnot. So CP ruler finds the call with the pair of aces and sees the great news. Queen 5 for NASA. 8-5 for CP ruler. Queen 4 flop. Boopity boo. Looks like the flop goes check, bet, call. 4 on the turn. Right? Another Betsky from CP ruler's 8 high. And NASA lays down the best of it with Queen high. Ooh, ace 7 versus ace 10. The ace 10 is suited, NASA's not. Might see a 3-bet. There it is. I suppose NASA could dunk it in. They could just fold. They could call and play in position. They go for the call and play in position. King 8-3 flop. Backdoor royal flush draw for CPU ruler. They'll go for a little bet. And NASA will find the call. Jack on the turn. Turn goes check. And another check, I think. NASA could try to buy the pot here, though. What size would we go? I don't know. 6 on the river. Doopity doo. Doopity da. Doopity dee. 22 blinds. Look to be sliding CPU ruler's way. He's gonna check on the river. NASA might say, hey, I want the 22 blinds in the middle and stick in a bet here. I think the bet would get through. But, oh, we do see it. 15.6 blinds and a snap fold by CPU ruler. Huge pot for NASA to steal away. Back in the game with 46 bigs, an ace and a 9 of the same suit. Facing a limp, they'll raise it on up and take it down pre-flop. 8 and a 10 will raise. CPU ruler will fold. CPU ruler will fold the 4 and that 2. 6-4 will limp it on in. NASA with an ace and a 5. King, king, king flop goes check. Min bet. Do we raise? No, we're just gonna call 8 on the turn. CP ruler bets once again 3.1 blinds. I don't think we fold our ace high here. Nope, 7 on the river. Do we call another bet if it comes in though? It's the question I want to be able to have answered. Fire away with your 6 high. Great to see it. We love it. Now what the fuck do we do with our ace high? NASA goes deep in the tank. Call, 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 call. Finds the call. Great news. Awesome. Beautiful play by NASA. Do. Queen high board. Good news for CP ruler. Oh, but an ace on the turn. That's great news for NASA. Do. We see a big turn bet, 3.2 blinds and a 4.2. CP ruler doesn't make the 2 pairs that he wanted to. Do. Queens and 4s with an ace kicker. That's no good for CP ruler. He sees a big Betsky here. 8.3 blinds and a 10.7, and he's going to find the fold. King and a queen for the ruler. We'll raise it on up. NASA with a 5 and a 3. Could 3 bet. Could just fold. 3 bet incoming. They play call. Excuse me. They play call. 10-9 4 flop goes check. Ooh, check check. Thought CP ruler was gonna bet with a straight draw. Not this time. 8 on the turn. Doopity doo 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 doo. Turn goes check check. 10 on the river. Would be cool to see NASA bluff. Do we just call down with our king high? We'll never know. 10-3 for NASA. We'll raise it on up. Ace jack for CP ruler. We'll 3 bet and take the pot down pre-flop. 10 and an 8 for CPU ruler. King 3 for NASA. We'll call the big blind. 7-6-6 flop goes check. Bet 1.1 blinds. NASA will do something with the king, I think. Let's go to the turn. Why not? 4 clubs. Interesting spot here. What do we do with king high? How long do we hang in there? 10-8 might fire away once again. That it does. Right around half pot and the bet will get through. Ace and a 5 versus an ace and a 2. Doopity doo 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 doo. We see a 3 bet. Love to see it by ace 2 suited. Ace 5 for NASA in position. Goes for the 4 bet this time. Whoa. Ace 2 calls. Jack 7 3 flop. Interesting. 34 blinds in the middle. It's very likely we chop this bad boy up. NASA puts in a very small bet. 4.8 bigs. Do we fold? Ace 2? We put in a raise to 10 bigs. What the hell is this hand? Oh my lord. 10 bigs? What made CPU ruler do this? We got the backdoor straight draw. NASA calls. We're gonna chop this thing up. Nobody's betting big enough. Somebody jam. I want somebody to pick up the 54 bigs. There's no way we need to chop this up. This is such a ridiculous hand. Somebody has to bluff. 3 on the river. No, we're just going to chop it up. It's going to go check, check. This is ridiculous. Somebody bluff. Do it. He's all in. CPU ruler just bought the pot. Unless NASA calls here with ace high? What the fuck? No, NASA finds the fold. He doesn't have the time bank to think this one through. Boopity boo. CPU ruler takes a commanding lead once again. Ace 5 suited versus ace 5. 10-4 3 flop. 1 diamond for CPU ruler. Holy shit. 5 on the turn. What a bluff there. Well, that's something I would never find. 10 on the river. Both players playing 10s and 5s with an ace kicker. Both players rather ecstatic about their holding. We'll see NASA putting a big bet and a quick call from CPU ruler, and we'll chop it on up. 10-4 will raise for NASA. Queen 8 for CPU ruler. 10-9 6 flop goes check. Check. Oh, very interesting. CPU ruler with a straight draw to the jack or 7. Thinking about a lead out on the turn. They go for an overbet. 5.7 blinds. NASA cannot fold. Jack on the river. Bad news for NASA. Big pot will slide CPU ruler's way. The question is, does NASA call the river bet? If it's a jam, I think we fold. But to be fair, we check back the flop. What a horrific river card. All in from CPU ruler. NASA doesn't have the time bank to think this one out. Hopefully he can land on the fold option. But again, he checked back the flop. I've got nothing else to say. NASA does land on the fold. Great shit. Jack 7 for NASA. Queen 2 for CPU ruler. Doopity-doo, a raise and a call. Ace 9 5 flop. NASA with the flush draw. CPU ruler with a backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. 3 of hearts on the turn. Nope, that's not a heart. That's a club. What the fuck is wrong with me? I said heart so confidently. We see an overbet from NASA. And CPU ruler with a flush blocker says, what the hell do I do? 4 clubs on the river. Seriously, Poker Stars. NASA's in real trouble. Uh-oh. CPU ruler with a 4th or 5th nuts or something like this. NASA with 1 worse. There's a few straight flush possibilities. Doopity-doo. Do we go for value here? There's 15.4 blinds in the middle, 18 behind. We do like a bet. Quick call by NASA. CPU ruler shows him the bad news. Queen jack for NASA will rip it all in. CPU ruler calls with the ace and the deuce. Any queen or jack will do. No, just like that, CPU ruler gets the job done. Wow! Wait, how did NASA end up with 145 grand? Says at the top it's 170. They talk out a deal. I don't think so. One of those numbers is wrong, and I guess it's the 170k. They probably played a 60k heads-up match. That's my best guess in this 10k. Alrighty, well, dang, that's the end of the show. So if you made it all the way through, thanks for checking this shit out. Nicely done by CPU ruler. Holy shit. What a fucking final table. Alright, adios amigos.